Today we will be looking at the brand new Phil Taylor GX2 Darts from Target. These were just launched at the recent Target pop-up launch. I believe they're based on the Phil Taylor Gen 2 darts, the newer iteration. So let's take a look. Just right off, they come in kind of a premium box. Nice little Target Phil Taylor rug on the front. I will have you note that I did get the 22-gram variety. I realized Phil Taylor, I believe, used 26, but these look like really nice darts online, and I thought I might want to use them myself, so I got the weight that I prefer. Other than that, they should be set up just like Phil Taylor used to use when he was playing, so let's take a look. Right off the bat, these are definitely different than other darts I've gotten. They come in nice tin. I wasn't expecting that. I hadn't researched these a whole lot before getting them. But yeah, so let's just jump right into that and see what we got. So let's take a quick look at what all comes with it. We have the darts. They have the small little flights and the Swiss Point Nano tips on them. Feeling the grip. It feels like a nice grip. We got some radial grooves on the back and radial grooves on the front with kind of this other design pattern there in the middle. We have kind of a scalloped back end, gives you a nice grip point. I really like the feel of these just right off the bat. I tend to grip in the rear, and the radial grooves on the front is nice for supporting finger there. First impression that I have is these are kind of a short dart. I tend to play with longer darts. These have the short shafts on them, tiny little flights, but overall, pretty nice quality dart. We'll take the other ones out and see what we got underneath. So the Phil Taylor GX2 setup does come with a blue custom Swiss point tool. Comes with the number 6 flights as well if you want to sub those out. For our playtest, I won't be doing that. I'll be using them the way they came, but for personal use later on, I will probably switch to the number 6s because that's what I like to use. And then we also have in here some 35mm Swiss Point Nano points. Again, not going to use those. I'm just going to test them the way they're set up, but for my personal use, if I decide to use these darts consistently, I would switch to the longer tips personally because that's just what I like to use. So let's set this aside, and we'll go back to looking at the darts themselves. Very stylish dart. It just strikes me as very pretty, unlike some other darts I've seen. Like I said, great grip in the back, great grip in the front. The middle, I don't really hold on to the way I grip the dart, so not as concerned about that, but it's really premium feel overall. My only complaint would be it feels a little short. I'd like longer tips and longer shafts, and definitely bigger flights for me personally. But you know, Phil Taylor's the greatest dart player of all time, so they must have some merit to them in this setup. So let's test them out. All right, so here we're going to start with throwing 6 darts at the bull. Ooh, nice. This is using the darts set up as Phil Taylor would have used them, so the small flights, short shafts. They feel pretty nice. I don't like the way they sit kind of downwards. Oh, dropped one. Anyway, they when they hit the board, they angle kind of downward, and that's not the way I like my darts to hit the board. Overall, the dart does feel really small. I think if you use more than a 3-finger grip, you're going to be pushed to fit all your fingers on there. The grip itself is really nice. They're very grippy darts. The last couple darts I reviewed, like the Luke Humphreys or the Gerwin Price, were really slick darts. These don't have that problem. They're a really nice feel to them, just really short. If you have a 5-finger grip or a 4-finger grip, it might not be the best for you. Here we go, switching to the triple 20s. A little off there. I am noticing, maybe it's because of the smaller flights, but these darts seem to drop really fast. They zip to the board quicker than I'm used to, but they do get some drop to them, more than what I am accustomed to. All right, now I'm going to switch. This setup is the way I would use them. So I put on the number 6 medium K-Flex and the 36mm Swiss Point Storm Nano points. Just going to do 6 at the triple 20. See, now these are laying a lot flatter. That's how I like my darts to lay. and the bigger flights kind of help bring up the back end where it was falling before with the small flights. Again, very premium dart. I really like them. Try them out and let me know what you think.